Okay, so let's find out. This looks pretty good, really. I mean, with that little bit of buildup around some of those connections, but it sure didn't look bad. So this is where your crock pipe connects back to your cast iron.
It is cold.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's built up quite a bit right there. And what you can do is just have inspections, because that's gonna, it's gonna close more and more, and then it could cause a blockage, and then your line would, you'd be backing up. So I would either clean that out now, or they came out and cleaned it out, right?
I don't know how far they went.
Well, yeah, but being only 32 feet, they should have done the whole thing.
Okay.
But the problem is that, okay, you got a 4-inch line right here, right? So most contractors will come out with a 2-inch spade cutter and cut a hole through your 4-inch tree root. If your tree root was that big, right? And then the calcium or the tree root grows back in a couple of months, and you got the same old problem. They should be using what they call an expandable cutter. So it goes in the pipe closed like this, and when it gets inside, it opens to the wall of the pipe on the inside and cuts everything out. That's what you need to get rid of this calcium buildup and some little bit of minor tree rip.
Okay.
Would it be smart to cut that tree down back there?
No, you know what? It really has not penetrated this line all that bad. I wouldn't do it. But even if you did do it, tree root grows up to 6 years, even after the tree's gone. So,
I was just thinking in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
Would it be the apple tree?
What's that biggest one by your fence?
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you know what? If that hasn't gotten into this line yet, it's not going to. So at least until one of these. See that?
Yeah, because I remember you were talking about the calcium and that lump. Because I'm thinking that's probably right about where that tree is at.
Yeah, and then you see how this. I'd like to get a better one to show you what I'm talking about here. Go back in. See how you can see the lip of that connection?
Yeah.
So what happens is, as time goes by and pipe settles and ground moves and tree root comes in, your connection that started out like this ends up like this and showing part of the lip. Once that moves so far this way, then that's when you get separation between the two sections, or it separates this way by moving laterally. So that's just something to keep an eye on, but I really didn't see much of that going on in this line. And this right here is where your crock pipe ties back into your cast iron. See, this is the cast iron here. So cast iron looks kind of heavily scaled here on the side. So your crock pipe, which this connects to outside, deteriorates all the way around. Cast iron scales like a snake from the inside. So the walls deteriorate, it falls on the bottom of the pipe, the water washes it out, and now we have to determine, what integrity is left on that pipe. And looking at this here, it's moderately to heavily scaled, so in here could be worse, definitely, because this takes the brunt of the washer and everything, the whole, while time goes on. But I really don't see anything wrong there whatsoever. You can see that this is starting to get thin down on the bottom of that pipe too. And that's the bottom of the pipe right there going in. That doesn't look too bad. Yeah, I hate to say it, but that pipe's in pretty good shape. So what I would say is, if you keep having these issues with this line here,